I'm a mimic, and we're playing some Alan Wake 2 today. Just as soon as the notifications go up. There we go. So last time we played Alan Wake, we made our way through Caldara Street Station, which seems to be the location of the overlap with the campground. But Alan was altering the story to try and make his way deeper into the dark place. We were able to find the murder site, which for some reason had Nightingale's body and his heart. But his heart suddenly disappeared, and we saw Alan and Saga interacting. Which, when this happened to Saga, she then fought off Nightingale and found Alan. So we might be getting close to Alan waking up on the beach. Hey, congrats on first. But when we left off, Alan's apartment, where he used to live with his wife Alice, just showed up in the dark place. So we're going to go examine that, because there were also posters for an art exhibition that Alice is doing about the dark place, which is kind of strange. So let's go. We should be in the courtyard. We're doing pretty good on health and ammo, and we have 2 lights. Okay, not in the courtyard, but near it, right? Because that's the late night show studio, and that is the new building. I think it was a construction site before. Oh, the payphone's ringing again. In loving memory of Alan Wake, 1977 to 2010, an author and a husband. That is when Alan went missing, right? Interesting that he would have his long hair and beard when he had short hair in the first game.
The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Let's see what this person has to say.
Hey, Alan. Thank God he picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did.
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come.
Wait, hello?
It will manifest as our double? Scratch? Is that what he means? I guess it does say return Scratch. The Dark Place. Opening soon. A photography and videography exhibition by Alice Wake. Parliament Tower 6.
Writer. The writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
Wasn't it super bad if Alice is part of the story? Because would that drag her back into the dark place? Let's give it a try. Haunting. Initiation 3.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
That was a lot of bright light, too.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice!
Is she talking about us, or is somebody else in here?
Alice.
Pick photos for exhibition posters.
This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
That's not good. So she's taking pictures of Scratch? But in the dark place? Was that the noise we just heard? Was this crashing? This reminds me of the doors in the motel, the Ocean View Motel in Control.
This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
I don't remember the apartment quite looking like this in the first game. Now, this is a lot of books. Typewriters. I guess it makes sense for an author to have a lot of books, right? Can't really zoom in on any of them, but it looks like they actually have titles. Like, I'm really curious about what that one at the bottom is. Oh, a camera? Okay, before I turn that on, I'm going to just look around a little bit. Video art doc on screens. Molt. Okay, so there's video art and documentaries on multiple screens. Focal point of the dark place. Part 1.
Part 1. What was Alice working on?
Use the memory card in the video camera. That makes sense. Okay. That's quite the house. Apartment. Let's have a look.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do, too, sometimes. years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
So, how would Alan know that from the dark place, though? Unless Scratch is bringing it back to torment Alan with it too? Maybe? I don't know. If this is really happening, right? The Dark Place, the art of Alice Wake. I get the feeling there's going to be lots of flashes of light in this one. That was a cool transition.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road. Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road. I can see you there, but you don't see me anywhere. I'm right in front of you, I'm right here on this winding road. What are you looking at? Is it your face on a pane of glass? 'Cause somehow this window becomes a trap on this winding road. Will it ever let me go? Forever I am fading to black. wherever I am, circling back just to fall into this trap, this winding road.
Interesting. So he walked into the writer's room and found himself shot in the head and his manuscript with his name scratched out. So did Scratch take over initiation? Is that what's going on? So we're back to playing a saga, it looks like.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the Dark Place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake, Alan, we've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the Dark Place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
I like
It's insane. And there's so much of it.
I like how they were drinking the coffee in sync. That was just, it was funny to me. This totally worked out the first time. I just need to do it again. Yeah, well, it kind of did. He did stop the dark presence. He just ended up trapped in the dark place as well.
Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
How would Alan know that? Says the man stuck in the dark place for over a decade. Yeah, how would
If the
Alan
cult
know
has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Ooh, we get to profile Alan. It's gonna be interesting going between the storyboarding and the profiling and evidence boards.
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker.
Interesting.
Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake.
So they both got out?
Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
That's true, it could be the other way around. Okay, I want to look at the case board real quick. Alan Wake interview.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Can't say I understand all this, but if Wake is telling the truth, then his magic light switch is the most tangible lead. Let's start there. Wake, the cult of the tree is in possession of the clicker. Okay. I was already looking into the cult. 2 birds, 1 stone. That's one way to look at that. Oh, we have a bunch of stuff to look at. A new clue for the cult of the tree. The cult could be the followers of Scratch. They have the clicker after all. Who's involved? No, not who's involved. Okay. Psychology. Nope. Cult goal? Ah, the cult's working with someone. Why work for Scratch? What does the cult get out of it? It's a good question. Oh, and then we found some cult stashes in The Cauldron Lake area. Okay. Is the note inside to scare people off? Do they expect people to break into these? Oh, do they expect people to break into these? Looks like I'm missing a stash at Cauldron Lake. The story.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Okay, so we're playing through Initiation when we're Alan in the Dark Place, right? So there's actually two stories. There's Alan in the Dark Place reading and writing Initiation, which was his goal to... It's his attempt to escape the Dark Place. And then there's this other book called Return, which is the pages we're actually finding out in the world. Wake wrote a book in the Dark Place called Return. Scratch edited it into a horror story. The story's events are slowly coming true. Wake, the story changes our reality bit by bit, but the process is gradual. That means the effect isn't immediate. There's time to fix this. Wake says the Dark Place can be accessed from the bottom of Cauldron Lake. So, what? Cauldron Lake is a gateway to some other world? Yeah, kinda. Kinda. Fiction coming into contact with the Dark Place has the power to change reality. So whatever you write in the Dark Place becomes reality. It can't be that simple. Yeah, kinda. Must get the clicker before Scratch. With it, the story can be changed and Scratch can be sent back to the Dark Place. Okay, so we need the clicker to stop the story. A magical light switch. Where do I even start with that? If we don't stop it, Scratch will use the story to permanently change reality at the start of Deerfest. It only gives us 2 days to stop this. How do we have a picture of the Dark Place? How do we have an image of the Dark Place while in Saga's Mind Place? Wake was trapped in the Dark Place for 13 years. Wake was in another world that entire time? Yes. There's an entity in the Dark Place called Dark Presence. According to Wake, the Dark Presence can sometimes take his appearance. How? Why? All good questions. Scratch and the Presence are interchangeable. I never got that feeling from Alan Wake 1. Or from American Nightmare. It felt like Scratch was connected to the Dark Place, but was distinctly separate. When the Dark Presence looks like Wake, it goes by the name Scratch. An evil twin is a bit convenient. I'll keep an eye on it. So it sounds like Saga doesn't entirely believe everything Wake is saying, but she has seen enough to believe some of it. The flashlight weakens the Taken. The light and the Dark Presence. It would make sense light is effective against the Dark Presence too. It does have dark in the name. Inside, a bright light. Saga felt safe. like nothing could hurt her here. Well, the areas are safe from the dark presence and the Taken. We figured that part out. Wake, in the form of Scratch, the dark presence is editing Wake's story and wants to turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
Okay.
Okay, well, obviously I can't let that happen. Obviously. The stronger the connection between the belief and emotional response, the better. The darker, the better. Okay, so these are excerpts from pages that Saga found. So this is about rewriting reality. Sounds like darker, more emotional works are more effective at altering reality, since they're using the dark presence to do so. Okay. Some other strange reality, the dark place, merged with ours. This place and the dark place, the page called this area an overlap. Dark place? Okay, down here.
The dark place. A dimension that's home to monsters. Huh. Wild stuff.
Another world reached via Cauldron Lake, home to the dark presence bleeding into our world through overlaps. The overlap. Entered Cauldron Lake overlap by reciting a poem. The poem was about a local legend, a witch's lost heart, about terror. Yeah. An overlap needed a push from both directions to manifest itself, reality eroded by repeated dark lore, and a counterpoint. Crafted in the depths of the dark place, connecting the story to the other side. So the reason the overlap worked was both because of Saga's ritual and whatever was going on in the dark place in Caldera Street Station. For the overlap to form, it can't just be an urban legend. It must be supported by an accompanying narrative in the dark place, which would have been the murder story that Alex Casey is following. Bedtime stories, folk tales, urban legends connected to a specific place. These were the sites where overlaps came to be.
Yeah.
So overlaps can only form in specific places. The reality-changing influence of the dark place flowed like water flowed, where a work of art proposed an alternative narrative. Reality-changing. Okay. Up here?
The dark place makes writing come true, taking something real and nudging it. They're treating people's lives like toys. Can Wake be trusted with that kind of power? Can anyone?
Art and dark place changes reality. If not stopped, story will overwrite reality. Yeah, I don't think anybody can be trusted with this kind of power. Then we have something for later. Okay. But we still have more cases. Lunchboxes. We have lunchboxes. Cauldron Lake lunchboxes. We did find a bunch. You know, I kind of needed to hear this. Thanks, lunchbox writer. Motivational note was inside. Someone looking out for me. The note inside mentions making knitting just for me. How do they know I knit? Or maybe just a coincidence? So Saga knits? Huh. There was the page of a story inside, but this is definitely not like the other pages I've been finding. Fan fiction? Yeah, that was fan fiction. So I'm missing 2 Cauldron Lake lunchboxes. But Alan is hiding pages.
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon. Standing inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. Her mind reeled from what the horror story was now claiming about her. Her life, her past. She didn't accept it. She stepped out of the trailer. She needed air. But she wasn't alone. A cultist stared at her from behind a deer mask. She drew her weapon, shouted, ran after him.
So this one isn't edited at all. Interesting. But I do find it interesting as well that things seemed to warp as Saga read the page. I wonder if that was making it real. Let's see. Standing inside the trailer on the outskirts of Watery. Where is the clicker? In Watery.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this.
Wake's clicker in cult possession, somewhere in Watery. Trailer significant somehow?
It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
It is interesting that he's wearing flannel, because that's what he wore in Alan Wake's American Nightmare. But when we've seen him in the dark place here, he's wearing like a suit. From now on, you can switch between Alan and Saga's stories via the bucket in the janitor's break room. Feel free to play in whatever order you choose. Oh no. That's gonna get complicated. So it looks like it's gonna be pretty free roam because it gives me access to the car as well. Oh, the dark water on the ground is how we switch to Alan in the dark place. Okay. Ahti and the janitors. Oh, look at that. Ahti has his own band. Alright, but since we did transfer back to Saga, I think we should try and go to Watery and see what's there. But I might look around the lodge first, because we haven't actually been in here yet, I don't think.
You are a handsome deer.
I guess he was handsome, dear. Oh wait, I can still talk to Alan.
You wrote these pages in the dark place. So why are we finding them here?
I think I wrote them up. I remember writing an endless amount of pages, but when this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake. Thank you for your cooperation.
Interesting. So somebody has to be sending those pages then, right? Because it was Zane.
I'm the only one who understands the forces behind this. I can help you.
No, that's not how this works. You're a civilian, and we don't do ride-alongs. And if Scratch is after you, then so is the cult. We don't know who we can trust here.
Damn it, you are making a mistake.
I'll be sure to add that to the list.
Yeah, it was Thomas Zane in the dark place that was sending us the pages last time. But he just gave us another clue for the cult of the tree. He remembers writing many pages in the dark place. Is writing part of the ritual? If Wake is the origin of the pages, then no cult connection? Unless the cult is working with Scratch. Well, wait, how does that make sense? Because we were finding pages inside the cult's victims, right?
Hi, welcome.
Hi. What are you dancing to?
Okay. Past favorite Deerfest floats. Go.
The yarn puppet monstrosity.
Stuffed moose and squirrels one.
No, thank you. Those beady dead marble eyes still give me nightmares.
Just, enjoying life here.
So who's in for a bet this year? $100 says there will be at least one vendor bender between the floats.
For that amount of money, you'll cause it yourself.
Yeah, I'm not taking that wager. Too many opportunities for interference.
Okay.
Hello, and welcome to Coffee World, voted Washington's best coffee-themed amusement park. All of our attractions are family-friendly and available to children of all ages, just like our coffee. So, take a sip of our Oh Dear Diner organic coffee and let the adventure begin! Hold on for dear life on the Espresso Express! Oh! Soak in some local history at the Watery well, where two serial killers once hid the disemboweled bodies of their murder victims. It's not haunted. No. Come join Mocha Moose and the goats at our amusement park petting zoo. Just don't share your coffee with the goats. Seriously, stop feeding our goats coffee. Seriously. It's not amusing. Take in amazing views from the Slow Roaster Ferris wheel. I can almost see the Watery Lighthouse trailer park. This is so much fun! And finish off at our beautiful gift shop where seniors and children under 10 receive a 9% discount on keychains and propane tanks. Welcome to Coffee World. We guarantee you'll have a great time.
This is the third time I've requested something be done about the TV in my room.
These commercials are amazing.
By itself. It's keeping me awake all night.
Yes, sir, I'm terribly sorry for that. We've called a professional electrician. In the meantime, have you tried unplugging the TV for the night?
Oh, Oh, there's an idea, Einstein. Why don't I just get rid of everything I'm paying for in that room while I'm at it? Sleep on the floor. Go to the toilet in the corner. Hey, I'm not unplugging it. You're fixing it.
Of course, sir.
Somebody's TV keeps turning on. We should probably check that out.
It won't open.
I'm not allowed in the kitchen. Or in the private door. Who just leaves pizza out on a coffee table in the middle of a lodge?
Welcome back, and boy do we have some breaking news that's sure to knock your socks off. Davis Family Beef Jerky will now be available at the Sunday market in 3 delicious flavors. That's right, our favorite sponsor, Davis Family Beef Jerky, can now be enjoyed in smoked hickory, teriyaki, and hickory teriyaki. I handed out samples here at the Valhalla Nursing Home and thought I'd catch up with one of our residents to get her thoughts. Donna, how are you?
I've got chronic back pain from my spinal stenosis.
Oh dear. You know, when I'm feeling stiff, I find a light snack helps. So, did you try that beef jerky?
No. Lunch is at 11, and I wanted to save my appetite because today was the fish soup with crackers. You're allowed up to 4 crackers, but I only take 1 unless I have a glass of cranberry juice. They ran out of cranberry juice at breakfast, which is at 7. I didn't take the oatmeal today because it makes me gassy before cribbage, and I can't...
So you didn't try the jerky. Got it. Well, that's too bad, Donna. Their new teriyaki flavor sure does hit the spot.
They had teriyaki salmon with rice on Friday's dinner menu. Dinner's at 5. But we all know the salmon takes longer to prepare, and then you're late for bingo. And who needs all that spice?
I agree. Teriyaki is a shit flavor.
Who? Is that Tapio? How are you on the line?
I couldn't end the call.
You've been on the phone this entire time?
Yes, and I hate teriyaki.
Well, it's delicious on jerky. So, let's give a big thank you to Wendy Davis for these samples.
Wendy? No, that can't be right. Wendy went missing in 2010. I heard she's dead.
No, I'm referring to Wendy Davis from our sponsor, Davis Family Beef Jerky.
Wendy Davis. That's the dead one. She's dead.
Right. Well, that's our time. Remember to keep your coffee warm and your chin up because that sunshine's right around the corner. Pat Maine, signing off.
It sounds like he's broadcasting from the nursing home, the Valhalla nursing home. But wasn't Wendy Davis one of the people on our case board, one of the previous victims? Let's see, where are the previous victims? Didn't we have something about the previous victims? Previous murders. There we go. There she is, Wendy Davis, teacher. Found in Cauldron Lake in 2018. So yeah, Wendy is dead. So how is Pat getting beef jerky from Wendy Davis? A history of Scandinavian design. Is that IKEA furniture on the front? FBI cup. Okay, so we're in either our room or Alex Casey's room. North American folklore. Okay, so we're in Saga's room. Something about the water. That's a weird book to have. Oh, it's dark in here. Okay, nothing in there. So I'm just gonna go up one side and then down the other.
Hello?
This is this Casey's room. Look at all that coffee. Cauldron Lake. Look into news and rumors. Focus on 2010. Cross-reference with old case files from New York City cult. Similarities, commonalities, and mythology. Part of a series. Find out name of good coffee from diner. Wait, so cross-reference with old case files from the NYC cult? As in the cult that Alex Casey in The Dark Place is looking into? The cult of the word? There are so... How much coffee does he drink? He drinks too much coffee, that's the answer. I keep thinking one of these times I'm gonna open the door and it's gonna be taken.
Hello?
It says do not disturb. Why are you trying to disturb? Okay, so we can't go in that one yet. If at all. Also, please do not disturb. This guy's washing a window.
It doesn't budge.
Did I hear something? Oh no, that's just the window. Okay. What's in here? Tammy didn't want me to come, I can tell. Not like the trip is even helping. I thought getting out of the city would inspire me, but Bright Falls is just a bunch of trees and empty storefronts. I need to find something. I'm tired of writing one-act plays about how shitty the world is. I thought scathing social commentary would make me feel like a real artist, but I don't know. It's not me. I want to write something weird. Something really out there. Something authentic. But what? Fuck this town. I don't even want to get into what happened last night. It's weird though. Sitting here in the hotel room, some pieces are starting to fall together. An idea for a new play. A space cult burning down the galaxy in some misguided search for TBD. A lone man, an artist, wandering the stars until his destiny puts him straight in the cult's path. All black cast? A musical? A rock opera? A rock opera musical about a space cult burning down the galaxy? Yeah, I'd probably watch it. They had a page. Ed returns to Cauldron Lake.
Ed hadn't been the same since his latest show had closed. This wasn't the first time one of his productions had shuttered early. Scathing social commentary in a one-act play wasn't exactly filling seats. When Tammy told him she was taking a research trip to Bright Falls, he decided to tag along. Ed told her he wanted to find inspiration. Really, he just wanted a break from the city. But it was true that he certainly needed to find something. A voice, a direction, an idea, something authentic to himself. Ed knew he couldn't keep using Tammy's money to fund his playwriting. After the argument with Tammy, Ed stormed out of the diner and drove their rental car back to Cauldron Lake to prove a point. Now standing in the dark woods, the sun hidden by the trees, Ed wished he could remember what that point was. Something about masculinity. He cursed at himself and turned to go. Suddenly, he was blinded by a light in his face. Voices shouted and hands pushed him to the ground. Ed struggled, in vain.
Interesting. So this is one of the ones that has been altered. An idea that was authentic to himself was added. An argument with Tammy was added, and Ed stormed out of the diner. The point he was trying to make was changed to something about masculinity. And then the voices shouting at him was changed too. Interesting. I am Donna's Jerky Review. That's right, it's the Pat Main radio show. Let's see what else we can find. Doesn't this make like 3 pages they hid from us?
Tammy tapped her pen on her notebook. Alan Wake had ridden this same ferry into town when he arrived. This was his entry into Bright Falls. His first steps across the threshold. She wrote that down. She always found it helpful to walk in the victim's shoes, do what they did, see what they saw. It added great color to the book. Tammy felt raindrops on her face. God, again? She pulled up her hood. The rain just kept coming. She missed New York. So far, this hadn't been the simple research trip she pictured. First the incident at the lake, then the fight with Ed. It's not surprising tempers got hot. They were both on edge after what had happened. Tammy had said some things she regretted. She looked out over the harbor. A chill passed through her. She hoped Ed wouldn't do anything stupid.
So the fight with Ed was also added again. And as well as Tammy saying things she regretted. Interesting. As well as hoping Ed wouldn't do anything stupid. So that just further pushes Ed to go to Cauldron Lake, right? Interesting. I guess it wasn't a page they were hiding from us. They were trying to hide the necklace, right? Does every room just have the North American folklore book in it? Little spiral bound notebook. Still nothing in the bathroom. Why does that picture look familiar? I don't know if you can see it, it's really dark, but it's somebody in a small boat, like a canoe with deer antlers in the boat with him. Seemed familiar. Oh, they have a pool table. But not in very good shape though. Somebody's guitar was left. Death Rally! This was Remedy's first game. It's too bad they don't have the machine active. It'd be fun to play it. That'd be fun if they just had Death Rally in here. The Beast Within. All sorts of stuff in here. What is this? You and I. A Morse code book. Blood murder mystery. Parallel realities. The snake in the tall grass. These are pretty... It feels like this is pretty heavy reading material for just being in the lounge of a lodge. She was never mine, abandoned. The sun shines on us. Taking back the dark. Nightmares. Who decided to put these movies in here? I don't see anything else in here though. So I wonder which room had the TV problem. I just love looking at all these fake books. Scandinavia, the Survivalist's Handbook, Nordic Mythology, Classic Folk Tales for Children. So, what's interesting, now that I'm thinking about it, is there are so many books about folklore here, when folklore is one of the things that creates an overlap. The Lady of the Lake. Oh, is that, the picture on that book? I wonder if that's the character from the first game. Huh. Okay, I don't think there's anything else for us to do in the lodge. At least not right now.
Is there anything else I can help you with, sir? Would you like a complimentary dinner tonight?
Well, that almost makes up for the ineptitude of this place.
I'm glad to hear it.
Jaywalking costs lives.
I swear I brought my full kit along. Jules, you didn't forget to pack the EMF reader, did you?
Why would I pack your gear? I've got my own to worry about.
Great. Now how am I supposed to measure the energy signatures emitted by paranormal manifestations?
Oh, we got some ghost hunters over here.
And we've got a very special guest today on the program. It's artisan cuckoo clock designer Terry Feldman. Terry, how are we today?
Hey there, Pat. Doing just fine. I'm a super big fan of the show. What a treat to be on with you today.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine, Terry. Now, I hear you're doing something special for Deerfest. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm crafting a selection of custom basswood cuckoo clocks, but the real special sauce is when it's cuckoo time and you're expecting a bird to pop out for a chirp. Out comes a big old deer.
Well, that's just neat.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
They just cracked themselves up.
That's gonna have the tourists tickled pink. And I hear you're selling these at the Sunday market. So make sure to say hello to Wendy Davis from our sponsor, Davis Family Beef Jerky, while you're there, all right? Terry, you still there?
Yeah, still here. I'm just... Geez, Pat, I'm sorry to tell you this. I thought you heard Wendy's dead.
Oh, boy. That's a strange joke you're playing there, Terry.
No, it's... I'm sorry, Pat. You know all that FBI business. Wendy was one of those bodies they found.
Well, that's just not possible, Terry. Wendy stopped by this morning with 3 flavors of beef jerky. She brought me the smoked hickory and the teriyaki and then what was that other one?
I'm real sorry, Pat.
What was that other one? She was just talking about this just hours ago. Smoked hickory, teriyaki, and hickory teriyaki. Thanks, Tapio. It's just a bit of a strange joke, Terry. Did Yako and Elmo put you up to this?
Pat.
Well, somebody's having a laugh over this little prank, I'm sure. Terry, thank you so much for your time. Can't wait to see those Deerfest cuckoos at the market. Wendy will be there with her beef jerky as always, and we'll be back after this.
That makes me wonder, because of all the stuff that Alan was saying about it takes time for the changes to propagate, when the dark place is altering reality, I'm wondering if Wendy's death and these FBI deaths. Oh, that guy said hi. Okay. If these FBI deaths have been added as part of the story. Because in theory, according to the end of Alan Wake 1, the only person who should be missing should just be Alan, right? Unless the pages are changing reality. Oh, hey, what's this? There was triangle graffiti.
I can't wait to hit the haunts. We should check the town out first. You know, do research. Interview some locals.
Another one of those cult boxes.
Not before I find my frickin' EMF reader.
I saw that graffiti and I was like, oh, there must be graffiti. There must be another cult box. There could be mimics. There could be mimics. Well, maybe there are mimics. Fear the dark, fear the woods. Why would... So... Does the cult of the tree fear the dark, or are they trying to make other people fear the dark? You know what I mean? How you doing, Ghost Hunters?
Ooh, I'm getting some good establishing shots here. Capturing the charming small town with a dark undercurrent beneath the surface vibes. Bright balls. Even the
I'm just gonna take some quick look around. There's the flooded area. Okay. There wouldn't be anything in there.
And that wraps up my list of favorite park benches in Bright Falls. And now, I just want to clear something up from our last broadcast. There was some talk, an off-color joke of sorts, about Wendy Davis of Davis Family Beef Jerky being dead, which of course is a bunch of hogwash. So I'm gonna give our dear friend Wendy a call so we can put an end to these silly rumors. And, oh, it looks like we already have her on the phone line. Wendy, hello.
Hi there, Pat.
That's not Wendy.
No, this is Jim Figamore. Remember, we were going to do the announcement today.
Oh, was that today? Listeners, we have Jim Figamore with us and the director of the Bright Falls Community Theater,
And I'm here to announce that the theater will be losing one of its most dignified thespians as I, Jim Figamore, will be running for mayor. Hold for applause.
Well, that's quite an announcement, Jim. Just let me find my notes here. I have some questions written down for you.
The real question is what happened to this town. Bright Falls used to draw in thousands of tourists with its vibrant art scene and impressive bird feeders. And what's our reputation now? Haunted Bright Falls. Spooky Bright Falls. The world is laughing at us. And now all this business with the FBI? We need a mayor who can turn this town's reputation around. And nobody knows more about the role of mayor than I do. I played one in the theatrical production of Fiorillo, to glowing reviews by Coffee World magazine. Mayor Setter is a joke. And you know what? I hear he kills cats. There. I said it.
Now, Jim, this is a family show. I found my notes here, so why don't we pivot to some questions? First question, what exactly goes into that delicious beef jerky? Right, looks like these are my questions for Wendy Davis of Davis Family Beef Jerky.
The only jerk I care about is Mayor Setter. Our future's at stake. Pets are being murdered. And it's time for a change. Jim Figamore for mayor. That concludes our program today.
Oh, I actually had more,
Jim Figamore and Pat Maine signing off.
That was super weird. Because it was more of the Wendy Davis stuff, but also, did that guy say that they were known for their impressive bird feeders? Like, I do know there's a bunch of areas in here that require, like the bolt cutters or keys and stuff, so I'm not gonna look around too hard. But the people in the giant coffee cup suits are gone. Well, let's get to Watery, right? We could also go back to Cauldron Lake because Ed should be there. No, we're going to Watery. We're gonna go to Watery.
Yeah, Anderson, I didn't want to say this in front of Wake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
Assuming we believe the page, I need to check this out. We need to find the cult. Anyone we meet here could be a member. And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? Must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns out to be true like the rest have, this could be a breakthrough. We might solve this thing before backup even arrives.
Yeah, but they're taking their time, so just be careful out there. Meanwhile, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
Okay. But remember what happened with the salt shaker?
Yeah, real funny.
Because she pranked him.
The page placed me in a trailer, somewhere in Watery. I should ask around.
Local girl. Returned 3. Does that say 1891? This town was established? Wow. Okay, I do kind of like the...
A vote for Mayor Setter is a vote for everyone. For Watery!
the little cutouts is kind of funny. Mary Sutter will stand up for justice.
Mayor Seta will stand up for justice.
Aw, there's a lost cat. The light is lost. It's nightless night. Is that coming from in here?
Okay then. Catchy tune.
It's definitely Aki. Oh, has it been translating this whole time?
Kaivon pohjalle ruumiskasaan. Tästä yöstä ei selviä kukaan. Synkäs huoneessaan kirjoittaen. Onki houreistaan sinut säkeeseen. Hän peilistä sua tuijottaa. Murhan polte se kruunoaa. Tuon katseen tunnet, et voi unohtaa. Vaik kasvot piiloutuu veriverhon taa. On yötön yö. Se sielun syö. On yötön yö. Se sinut syö. Kuin painajainen hän luoksesi saapuu.
I wonder if it just loops. It does seem like it's not gonna stop.
Tarinaa hänestä kerrotaan. Häntä pakoon et pääse sä milloinkaan. Hän peilistä sua tuijottaa. Murhan polte se kruunoi mua.
Wait, Thomas Zane? The Dark Doppelganger in the Art and Life of Thomas Zane. Originally Thomas Zane? The author.
Se järjen syö. On yötön yö.
A terrifyingly strange dive into the dark depths of an artist's mind. A film by Thomas Zane. Tom the Poet. A pinprick of light in an ocean of darkness, starring Thomas Zane as the diver, Barbara Jagger as the dark presence, Cynthia Weaver as the Lady of the Light, Emil Hartman as the assistant. Written and directed by Thomas Zane, based on a novel by Alan Wake. This doesn't make any sense. Because this is acting like the first game was a movie based on a novel by Alan Wake. This is super weird. The Dark Doppelganger in the Art and Life of Thomas Zane. Originally Thomas Zane, the author. Guest lecture by the president of the Bright Falls Film Society, Thomas Emerson. Discussing Zane's early career in Finland, his artist commune in Bright Falls, his lost work, Tom the Poet, his mysterious disappearance in 1970, playing his own dark double in his films, the poet, the writer, the diver, Thomas the Rhymer. 24th of November 2023, Watery, Sumi Hall. But Tom did disappear in 1970, right? Interesting. Is this Watery's own Nessie? An anonymous source sent this photograph to our editors claiming it captured during the last full moon. A majestic beast hidden in the depths of the water, or an elaborate prank. A sea creature that defies the very laws of nature, or a submarine relic from the Cold War era. A lonely wanderer searching for companionship and compassion, or a fierce monster out for blood. These questions, among others, haunt our editorial team here at the Bright Falls Record, after one of our avid readers sent this mysterious photograph as evidence of an unidentified creature roaming Watery's waters and making a rare but opportune appearance. This titillating spotting might just be the event of the year. As we dive deeper into this mystery, we here at Bright Falls Record invite all readers to a naming competition. What should our local beast be called? Watery Wanda? Shelly the Sea Monster? Send in your suggestions now. More updates and revelations to follow as the story unfolds. A small town, right? Moose Fest meets Sumi Hall. Raffles, karaoke, and skits. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce any of those names. Come one, come all. Moose Fest, is that their response to Deer Fest? Welcome to Coffee World. One-of-a-kind amusement park opens in Watery. I'm sure all of our readers know Ilmo Poskela, who, with the help of his brother Yako, has been making our small town of Watery a bustling hub with his various business ventures. The latest of these, Coffee World, has its grand opening just around the corner. I had the chance to talk to Ilmo for a few questions about Coffee World. Ilmo, what is Coffee World about? I'm glad you asked. Coffee World is the world's greatest coffee-themed amusement park for all ages, and right here in our hometown of Watery. It's got all the rides, thrills, and excitement you could ask for. And of course, lots of delicious, fresh coffee, both hot and iced. Put that in. How did this unique business idea come about? Well, as you know, I'm all about ideas. An idealist, you could say. But what's even more important to me than my many successful businesses in our hometown. With my help, we can revitalize Watery, build its economy back up, bring the tourists back in, and enjoy ourselves in the process too. Coffee World is just as much for the townspeople as it is for out-of-towners. Which attraction should the visitors be sure not to miss? Oh, that's like having to choose a favorite child. It's impossible. But the Slow Roaster is, of course, a wonderful ride full of mystery and magic. And the Espresso Express is sure to give you a thrill. Also, don't forget to drop by the Fresh Pot gift shop on your way out. You never know what treasures you might find. Coffee, at least, I bet. Yes. They're very set on this Coffee World stuff, aren't they? That's a lot of names. What is this? Are these the developers?
Kuin painajainen hän luoksesi saapuu. Hänet verhottuu
I'm not sure what all these names are for.
monta tarinaa hänestä kerrotaan. Häntä pakoon et pääsessä milloinkaan. Hän teistä suotui
I like how there's just a box of ammo in the bathroom.
se kruunoi tuon katseen tunnet et voi unohtaa.
Interesting. So there's another... Are these in all of the safe rooms? The ability to switch reality? Oh, hey. It's a deer.
Such a shame.
Oh, he has a fishing pole and a fishing rod in his antlers. That poor deer.
Excuse me. Do you know where...
Hush! Artie's in the middle of a show.
I wonder if I'm the first FBI agent to ever get shushed.
But she called you Saga. Did you catch that? Oh, hey, isn't this Rose from the diner? Yeah, Rose Marigold. I wonder why she's in Scrubs. Now I can't interact with anybody. I did get a map. Sorry, what's this? Oh, I wonder what these say. Boat storage and repair, huh? Can't interact with anybody now.
Hello. Do you have a second?
Ah, long time and no see, Miss Anderson. Thor and Odin are not here. They are old tricksters always sneaking off.
Sorry. No, I wanted to ask you about something else.
This is a bus for the Valhalla nursing home. Are Thor and Odin in the nursing home?
Can you point me to any trailers around here?
Sure. Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park. Ilmo Koskela owns it. Owns many things in town.
And where is Ilmo?
I saw Ilmo and his brother at the bridge. Well, what used to be the bridge.
Do you live around here?
I live in Bright Falls. You've seen me around. I am Mr. Blum. You call me Vladimir. I work at a nursing home. I take care of your old people. We are on day trip, music, sauna, the good times. I bring them here in the bus.
The elderly are very important. And it's a very nice bus. Thanks.
Everybody's acting like they know her. Not just Rose.
See you around.
I'm not sure that's how you fix
you
a bug.
rascal. What have you been up to this time around? There's only so many times I can keep fixing the same hole.
Watery's definitely quaint.
Quaint is a word for it.
I bet they have good fish here.
Maybe. They might have some good fish. I can't talk to everybody. Okay.
I need something to force this open.
Hello.
Hello. I'm not sure there's anything I could use to force a lock open in this place. That was a lot interesting noise. Did I make that noise or did something else?
Hey, where's the time gone? There's just a wretched husk of what used to be me left.
This place is closed and out of business.
Well, they say being old is just a state of mind. I'd like to give
That's
them a
the
piece of
seafood.
my mind.
This place is right on the water. That's
Hey,
probably why it's called
What did
Watery.
you used to say your dream job was as a kid? I bet it wasn't dock worker.
I don't know about all that, but idle hands are the devil's playground, so...
Well, us fishing types appreciate you all, at least.
Mind giving me a hand in helping out?
I'm supervising the work.
Fishing rules. Do not feed the fish. No catch and release. Cook what you catch. Aw, there's a missing dog too. Can you go around this way? Don't know why we'd want to.
The flooding is even worse here. More like underwatery. I'll have to tell Casey that one later.
You just crack yourself up, Saga. Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park. Light, laughter, and love will guide you home.
A trailer park. Ilmo Koskela. He's that tour guide we met at Cauldron Lake. I need to find him.
So he's probably just up there. I see a couple bikes. I'm not done looking around here.
Enjoy your day.
Ah, well, thank you. Oh, the flooding's real bad. Getting my shoes all wet.
Mom's family was from Sweden. I've always imagined it kind of like this. Saunas, lakes. Seems nice. Enjoying the sauna?
You bet. The steam is amazing on my creaky old joints. I'm just waiting for Ati to wrap up his show so we can crack open some beers.
I've read that taking a sauna is good for preventing dementia.
Yeah, and so is beer.
Ever heard of the cult of the tree?
The half-deer, half-man monsters? Oh, sure I've heard of them. They're the reason I can't risk taking walks in the forest anymore. If one of them shows up, how am I supposed to get away? I can't run with a bad hip. I'd be killed for sure. I could maybe use my crutches to defend myself. Do you think that'd work? You're the professional.
Probably smart just to stay in the sauna for now.
Yeah, probably.
They say if a sauna doesn't fix what ails ya, you're a goner.
They also say silence is golden.
Oh, the flooding is real bad.
Have you heard old Pat's radio show lately? Yeah, I fear he's losing his grip on reality.
I don't care to listen to pointless jibber jabber.
Not on the radio, and not in the sauna.
Can't turn on the lights, but that's okay. I'm surprised there's no bullets just laying around in the sauna.
Whew. Hot.
Yeah, it's a sauna. Of course it's hot, Saga. Well, I don't see Torin out. The bus driver seemed to imply that they would be at the sauna, right? At least that's what I got from it. Okay, so before we go to the bridge, I think there's just one area we haven't been to, and that's behind this building over here. Well, there's the random bullets that I was looking for. Okay. So I think we've gone pretty much everywhere there is to go in this little town. What, 6 different buildings? There's the brothers.
Saga! Over here!
Hey, Ilmo. How did your walk in the woods with Steven go?
Another satisfied customer. I just hope he remembers to write a good review on the webpage. Great to see you back in Watery, Saga. Everyone in town missed you.
Super nice to see you again, Saga.
They act like they've known me for years. This keeps happening. Are you familiar with the cult of the tree?
Yeah, we always thought it was an urban legend. Kids drawing creepy symbols to scare each other, but, now it's gotten pretty damn real, huh?
It's terrible what happened. We're all in shock.
Well, we're looking into it. Hoping to get things back to normal soon.
We're all for that. As normal as it ever gets around here.
You own the trailer park, right? Mind if I take a look inside?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the owner of the Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park, me, can help you with that. It's good to have our funniest resident back.
Resident? I don't understand what you mean.
If this is your way of getting out of any outstanding bills, don't worry. They've been handled.
Must be hard coming back to where you and your little girl lived.
It's like they remember a different reality. Is the horror story messing with their memories? So what is Coffee World?
You mean you haven't seen our commercial for it? Coffee World is a smooth blend of rides, food, and fun. We even had a real moose. Until recently. Plus, right next to Coffee World is the workshop of our own Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club. We're busy building the floats for Deerfest.
Don't go peeking, though. You know, we're saving the big reveal for Deerfest.
So, your commercials.
They're more than commercials, Saga. Our goal is to both entertain and educate local viewers about the fine products and services we provide. And, Yako here really comes alive in front of the camera. Really.
Fuck off. I'm just there for the free beer. Not sure what Ilmo's excuse is.
Hey, I'm writer, producer, co-lead, director. Do yourself a favor and, check them all out.
I need to figure this out with profiling.
Okay, we can profile. First, we also have some caseboard work to do. Oh, a bunch of case nursery rhymes? How do we have new... I must have just missed putting these here. I'm sorry. Let's see. The hero of the rhyme left your child unprotected. Dark substance appeared when the rhyme was completed. Looks like a trail doesn't want me to follow. Yes, it does. We found a new cult stash in Bright Falls. Oh, there's a lot of cult stashes in Bright Falls. It looks like there's probably... yeah, there's a bunch in Watery, too. Let's see. The story just has one for later. What about the Cult of the Tree? Triangle graffiti was found around town. The graffiti's in plain sight. Does it have a deeper significance? The cult's use of imagery feels almost commercial, like branding. Cult imagery is usually subtle, recognizable only by its members. Here, the use of symbols is enthusiastic and eye-catching. Interesting. Fact versus fiction.
Wake says the story will change reality around us. If that's true, then I need to know what's real and what's fiction.
According to Wake, the story is changing people's memories. That's why they think they know me. But I'm not a character, I'm real. Need to track what's part of the story and what isn't. Ilmo owns the trailer park where I supposedly lived, calls me his funniest resident. Finally, someone appreciates my jokes. But seriously, what kind of life did I live here? Rose recognized me in the diner at Bright Falls. Says I moved away after Logan died. Logan is not dead. But what else did the story change about her life? Knowing might help me fight this thing. Logan is part of the story. Then we have more for the Cult of the Tree. There's a trailer park nearby called Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park.
A trailer park is a good place to look for a trailer. Keep it simple, Saga.
Yeah, Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park is a good place to start. That looks like all of the clues I have that I can work with right now. We did not look at the Watery map. So there's our safe space in the Show Me Hall. My car. Here's the bridge that's out. And there's Coffee World, and down there is the Lighthouse Trailer Park. So I get the feeling I'm gonna have to go all the way around here and through Coffee World to get to the park. Why else would they have this trail through the woods? And there's the Kalevala Knights Workshop. I think I looked that up once. The Kalevala is a series of folklore. I always thought it'd be fun to read. I wonder what kind of influences were taken from it. But we have some profiling to do for the Koskelas.
Elmo thinks the cult is just an urban legend. Or does he?
There are things that go bump in the night. It's all true. It's all true. Sound the alarm, brother. Gather the troops, brother. Yako, the shadow of the forest is creeping closer.
They don't think it's an urban legend at all. They understand it's dangerous. Ilmo made it sound like I lived here. Does he really believe that?
Light, laughter, and love will guide you home. Saga and her daughter. Oh boy. Happy faces raise property value. Family comes first, Ilma. We take care of her trailer while she's gone. She's one of us, Yako. Her spare key is safe and sound.
The Koskela brothers have happy memories of me living here. This must be the story affecting them. I'll play along for now. I need the key to that trailer.
And they gave us more for the board. Ilmo is certain that I used to live here, that I owned a trailer here, that I'm a member of the community. They really think that I lived here. This is unnerving, but at least I can exploit it to get inside the trailer.
All joking aside, yes, I would like to see my trailer. Do you have a spare set of keys?
Good for you.
Yeah, I have a spare set. They're just over at Coffee World. I'd get them for you, but Yako and I have to head to Bright Falls. The spare keys are in the gift shop safe. I'll call ahead and have someone get them out for you. Oh, the road's flooded, but if you just follow this trail behind me, it'll lead you there.
I
Call the gift shop so they can give Saga a hand. Yep.
Oh, the bridge is like
Nothing?
way out.
What am I paying them for? Building bridges? Because they're
Flooding did this?
Well, after they finally pick up, we really need to get over to Bright Falls for that, thing. Yep. Must be busy at the park. These are off-peak hours, Yako. They're just slacking.
Nobody's answering at the park. Okay, I did get one more thing for the case board. The spare keys to the trailers in their Coffee World gift shop safe.
The Koskelas think I lived in the trailer park. With Logan. The story really is changing people's memories. Why aren't mine affected?
He thinks I owned a trailer here. Weird. Key to my trailer at Coffee World. But that is a good point. Why isn't Saga
The spare key is
affected?
at Coffee World. First the witches at the diner. Now the Koskelas. They all think Logan and I used to live here. Wake said the horror story would make people crazy. Like they're being brainwashed to believe the story. Is it spreading?
Oh, hey, there's the lighthouse. Okay, so I am out of time for this episode. So what I'm going to do is go back to where Ati is singing and save. And then we'll pick up and go to Coffee World next time. But it's kind of interesting to see Ati here. He did say he was going on vacation. It's just a interesting place to go to vacation. All right, there we have it. So there hasn't been much action, if any. I don't think there was any action. I didn't shoot a weapon a single time, did I? But we're learning a lot about what's going on with the Dark Place and trying to figure out how Saga is involved. Because the first mentions of Saga were ones that had been scratched in. So it makes me think that Saga wasn't originally supposed to be here. But we'll find out more next time and experience Coffee World. Thanks for hanging out,